everyone. Thanks for joining us. Today we're talking about holiday meals, and I've invited a few local business owners to help us with our holiday meal planning. We have Brad from the Maple City Market, Myron from the Electric Brew, and Keith from Found. Thank you all so much for joining me. So this year, the holidays look, of course, a lot different than they've looked in the past. And as we're looking toward holiday meal planning, gatherings are going to be a lot smaller than they've been. Family meals and other, Friendsgiving type events. So I wanted to bring in all of you to help us as we think through where we can get things to support those holiday meals locally. So I wanted to start with you, Brad, at the Maple City Market. Obviously, you are a grocery store. Obviously, we think of Maple City Market when we think about food, but can you tell us a little bit about some of the opportunities and suggestions you may have for holiday meals?
Sure. We try to have everything that you'll need for your Thanksgiving or Christmas holiday meal table. We just got our turkeys in. We are just offering frozen turkeys this year. We have a few coming in tomorrow of local turkeys from Sunshine Acres. Those are pasture raised. We have organic prairie turkeys, and we also have our best seller is our Ferndale turkeys, which is an all natural turkey coming out of Minnesota. We also offer a turkey breast. We have bought a lot more small turkeys this year. So expecting smaller gatherings, a lot of breast roast if that's a smaller option. And we're not requiring anybody to sign up. You can just come on in and get a turkey anytime. We also have a great selection of produce that you can see here behind me. Lots of local squash and pumpkins and sweet potatoes. We have a full set of baking supplies, pie shells, canned pumpkin. We're going to have ready-made pies coming in as well. So we hope that you'll come and see what we have and try to do some of your Thanksgiving shopping here.
Perfect. So yeah, traditionally, at least for the fresh turkeys, people would need to sort of reserve that bird. But you're saying this year, just the frozen selection is there, and you come in and you pick it up.
We've actually only done fresh turkeys a couple of years. Those came out of Ohio. And this year, with all the uncertainty, we decided not to offer the fresh. But we have plenty of frozen turkeys. So come on in and just shop a little earlier to get your turkey, and you should be fine.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, I think that we all know with turkey comes tryptophan, and with tryptophan comes sleepiness. So I, of course, have to plan ahead for all of my coffee needs. So Myron, can you tell us a little bit about the way people can plan ahead and get coffee supplies for themselves and their families?
Yeah, certainly. So I was thinking as Brad was talking about that meal, I'm thinking afterwards that pumpkin pie and that dip of ice cream goes really well with a good fresh cup of coffee. And so we have all kinds of locally roasted. We roast our own coffee. All of our coffees are organic, and they often come from sort of unique with unique stories with them. So we like to buy responsibly, and so in the same way that the market does a lot of local types of stuff. You can't grow coffee locally, but we buy with certain stories. So it'd be a great thing to go with your after meal type of thing. We could also do some fresh bread. We make our bread, and if you want a dessert, we can do dessert boxes of some of our desserts. We cut them in small pieces, and people can drink that coffee and just have a wonderful time afterwards. We also have certain kinds of merchandise for brewing and preparing the coffee itself. So we have some really nice French presses. We have smaller sort of single serve types of brewing methods, a pour over or a bobble that works sort of like a French press, but it's just a wonderful to go product. So those are a couple of things that we could easily put on that table right after Brad's done with you.
Yeah, and I always think for my family, normally I have to make just pots and pots and pots of coffee and put it in a pump pot and have it there. But this year, if it's just me and my partner, a French press is a great option for a really, really good cup of coffee. So I'm kind of excited about not having to do everything in bulk this year. It really opens up the options for me.
Yeah, and if anybody is interested in sort of trying out a new product, I'd be happy to have them to set up a time for them to come here. I'll do a demonstration with the French press and the grind and some of the other products that we have, just to kind of give you an idea, is this something you would really like? And so if you could email me at myron@theelectricbrew.com, I'd be happy to set up a time to come together, and I'll show you how this works and whether you want to try this or not.
So one of the most important part of a good holiday meal is the atmosphere the ambiance, making it look beautiful. And I've always been enchanted with Keith and Ann's selection of glassware in particular, because that's a particular thing I love, but all of the amazing household items they have at Found. So Keith, I was hoping you could speak a little bit to what you have available.
Yeah, I'm impressed with thinking about, as we're talking, how much we're sort of a one-stop shopping downtown where you can prepare for everything you need for the holidays, both gifts and your meals, in one basic setting by just walking down the street. We would supplement or augment what we've already heard about from the market and from Electric Brew with having a combination of things. We do have tables and chairs if you're still looking for something, including ones that get quite small and large, quite large when we get past the pandemic. It might be fun to be able to have something that could go both directions. So we have lots of those. Vintage pieces, Danish modern furniture, and so on. So that's one of the kinds of things we have if you're still looking for a table to have your guests at. We also have hundreds, perhaps thousands of dishes, vintage dishes of all sorts. Many of those are stored in our basement. Some are full sets. Some are just partial sets, partial pieces. We have people who come in and want to purchase 5 different kinds of plates from 5 different sets just to be able to have a kind of a mix and match thing. And as you were saying, we have especially cocktail glasses, wine glasses. We love vintage wine glasses and cocktail glasses. We collect them for ourselves at home. And we also have the best selection I've really about ever seen anywhere in the country as we've traveled around. We have a wonderful set of cocktail glasses and wine glasses and table glasses in general. We also have placemats, runners of all sorts, some fabric runners and other kinds of seagrass runners. We have candles, and the candles often provide significant ambiance for a table. We use candles with almost every meal at home, even if just my spouse and I eating together. We also have vintage dance fondue pots, for instance, and other dance cooking ware that's vintage, and other kinds of things to cook in. Those are a little random, a little hit or miss, but we do have those sorts of things around on various floors. So we could easily supplement what you're getting at other places downtown, and we'd love to see you come in over the holidays to prepare for your meals.
Awesome. Well, I don't want to pigeonhole anyone. I know, obviously, Maple City Market, your grocery store, but you have so many great, whether it's stocking stuffers, like chocolate bars and things, and other gift ideas. I'd love to give you an opportunity to just share a little bit about some additional gift ideas you might have at the market.
Sure. Well, first I want to, after you've bought your place settings there at Found and your coffee at Electric Brew, and I definitely suggest lots of coffee on Thanksgiving. Just a couple other food items before I hit the gifts is we will have local hams. We will have vegetarian roasts as well. And we have an assortment of apple cider, sparkling juices, and things like that. And when you're done with your meal, you've had your pie and your coffee, we do have digestive enzymes. You might want to stock up on those. But for gifts and also for desserts, we have a great selection of chocolate, of course, lots of fair trade, organic chocolate. We also have a new selection of Andes South American fair trade scarves and mittens and hats. They make great gifts. They're really cozy. We have a selection of clean canteen bottles and candles and other things too. So that said, there's lots of other businesses downtown to buy your gifts at, and we really want you to come in and get your grocery supplies here.
Awesome. Myron, obviously the Electric Brew gift certificate is a big crowd pleaser because we can get our coffee to go throughout the year. But what other gift ideas would you have for those who are looking to get an Electric Brew gift?
I sort of want to echo what Brad said. Is there are so many good stores downtown that you can just go look, and I'd really encourage you to spread the wealth this year, because when we all survive and grow and thrive, that we all thrive, and so it just makes a more vibrant downtown when we can all help each other. So first of all, that's out of the way. However, we do have some coffee related gifts. So we have like brewing equipment for your use at home for a single brew, or maybe 2 cups, like a French press makes a nice 2 to 3 cups of coffee. So we have sort of coffee brewing related items, and we have some handmade macrame knitted stuff. We have some art pieces that are for sale. Because of COVID and sort of clearing out our dining area, we've also then put a few more jewelry pieces and things in place as a way of just, for one thing, it looks nicer, but it also adds a wider variety of things. So jewelry, knitted items, brewing equipment, a lot of items for under $20, $25, $30. So if you're looking for a $20 to $30 range, we can help you out a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, I love having my Electric Brew to-go mugs for when I'm running around downtown. So that's one that's, if you haven't gotten one yet, you should probably have one if you're a downtown person.
Some of those mugs are made by local potters, so we have some of those, which are really cool. They're pretty favorite items. We also have some sort of logoed, branded types of cups that we buy commercially.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Keith, obviously you have a 3-story business, so there's a lot of things, a lot of gift ideas, but if you can tell us a few of sort of the really popular standout things that people can pop in and purchase for gift ideas, that would be awesome.
Yeah, thanks. We do have 3 stories. We have a fairly carefully curated collection of mid-century modern art and artifacts, as well as a lot of international art that we source directly from the people who make their work, and we travel around the globe to purchase those things in a normal year. And so this year we haven't traveled a lot, but we had a lot of stock. And we also do have an incredibly broad range of prices. We have things from $1 up into about $8,500. So we have a pretty big range there. Most of our things would be at the much lower end of that. As Myron said, we also, I think surprisingly to some people, would have lots of gifts that are under $25. Little art and artifacts, jewelry, keychains, a range of things. We have baby gifts, small baby gifts. That's also kind of a newer thing that we've added now, little booties and other things. We have loads of what I would call kind of exotic jewelry, wonderful sterling silver jewelry from friends that we have made over the years in Thailand and Bangkok. We have silk and cotton scarves in a variety of price ranges. We have wallets and purses. We obviously do a lot of 2-dimensional art. We have possum wool gloves, which are a lot of fun, we sourced from New Zealand, where they have too many possums and are looking for ways of using the wool. We have lots of consumables like candles. If you have people in your lives who have everything they possibly could need and don't want one more thing around the house, it's always helpful to have consumables. We have Vance Katira candles, which are quite popular, and I think the best candle that's available out there, long burning. One of the things that we've gotten excited about recently is our Royal Copenhagen faience dishes. It's a tin-based glaze, and we have these. They're from the 1960s, 1970s, and we've been picking them up wherever we can, including from Denmark, and sourcing them from any other kind of store where we find and locate them. And they're quite special. It's a very nice gift. Most of those range from maybe $50 up to several $100s, but that would be a nice special gift. Yeah, we would love to see you over Christmas. We felt very supported by the local community and by the broader region and multi-state area over the holidays, and so we look forward to seeing many of you come in over the holidays.
Yes, for those of you who haven't been into Found, you could spend hours just wandering through all 3 floors. It's just a treasure trove. I did want to go ahead and reiterate that all 3 of these businesses are part of the Love Goshen Holidays map. So they all have a clue at their business, and they will be a part of the map, help you complete the puzzle by stopping by. I've made a commitment to buy all of my holiday needs locally, and I hope that everyone in the community will join me in that commitment. Right now, more than ever, these small businesses need our dollars to stay in Goshen. So that's what we're asking everybody to do if they're able. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'm excited to celebrate the holidays a little differently this year.
Quick ad, we do offer curbside service. If anybody doesn't want to come into the store, just go on our website and we will do your shopping for you.
Awesome.
As will we.
I love how flexible all of our businesses are downtown and how willing they are to make everybody feel safe. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, Adrian.
Thank you, Adrian.
Thank you.
Happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.